Habla español? Parlez-vous français? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? For international businesses, translations are critical, or you may have end users that may not speak the primary language of your organization. We could create a separate Unity form for each additional language we support, but that means more work for our admins to manage and more time and effort when forms need to be updated. Thankfully, we have Unity form translations where we can design one Unity form that supports multiple languages. To create a translation, we will export a text file that contains our Unity form labels, translate those labels, then import the text file back into ONBASE. Before making a translation, your Unity form must be published. We are ready to enable translations for this Unity form. To do that, click Manage. Available forms are in the top of the list. We need to add our form to the bottom list. And select the language in which the form was originally designed, which is the primary language. Unity forms support hundreds of languages with differing dialects. Now that our form is available for translations, we need to export our text file. We'll click Export and then select the language we want to support on this form. I'm going to select Spanish and then click Continue. Only forms that have had translations enabled will appear in the Available Templates list. We need to add our form over to the Export Templates list, then click Continue. Either select Last Revision to only export the most recent revision, or select All Revisions to include all revisions, then click Continue. On the screen, we need to define where our text file will be saved and how it should be formatted. I'm going to save the file to the desktop. I think it's easier to read the file with double quote delimiters and separate the values with a comma. If there is a character in your form labels that conflicts with your separator, you can choose how to handle that under Separator Error Handling. I know I don't have any special characters, so I'm just going to leave it as is. We get a summary screen of the options we selected. To begin the export, click Finish. Here is our text file that was created. We need to fill in the translated versions of these labels. If we view this file in Excel, it is easier to see where we need to fill in the information. You could have someone in your organization translate these items or send the file to a third-party translating service. I have filled in all the Spanish translations for these items. I'm now ready to import the file back into ONBASE. We'll click the Import button and browse out to our translated text file. The import language should be the language we added to the text file. We also need to specify the delimiters and separators so ONBASE knows how to read this file correctly. Then we'll click Import. In order to test out our form translation, we're going to take a quick trip to Spain. ONBASE determines which language to display on the Unity form based on the user's locale, which can be set in Windows regional settings or Internet browser settings. When I load the form, it displays in Spanish. If there are other items you would like to translate in your ONBASE solution, like the form name or keywords, look at interface translations in ONBASE configuration.